Hey, what's going on guys? DZanix here. I know it's been a little while since my last video.
Hello, sadness, my old friend.
But I decided I'm going to try something a little bit different now. What we're going to be doing is, basically, I've made it my mission to rank every single headphone that I can get my grubby little fingers on. So what's going to happen is, about every 2 weeks, I'll get a different random headphone. We're going to check out the looks, the aesthetics. We're going to check out the comfort, the build quality, but most importantly, the sound. And we're going to put them on one big master list. And we're going to find out just who is going to be the king of headphones. We're probably also going to find out who is the crap of headphones too, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes sometimes, especially with audio. So of course, all of my thoughts on the sound is purely subjective, and it's all going to be my opinion. And if you disagree, that's awesome. That means that we're having fun. And when we're having fun, then we can learn. And when we're learning, we're just having fun. And we're not going to get hung up on charts here, frequency response graphs. Not saying they're a bad thing. I just don't care. What I do care about is the sound. And that's what we're going to get into. And with that, I don't know, guys. Let's go ahead and just get started.
I want to feel your sound stage resolution and detail in my brain. Plug me in and amp me up. Your audiophile. Attitude gets me oh so hot.
Oh yeah. Okay, so why the Focal Clear? Why start with the Focal Clear? Excellent question. If you're asking that, you get a gold star. I picked the Focal Clear as our first headphone to rank because it's just a really good all-rounder type headphone. What do I mean by just a good all-rounder type headphone? The reason why I say that is because I think that for most people, for the majority of the people, they're gonna find the sound signature on the Focal Clear pretty pleasant, I would say. It's neutral, very natural sounding, but it's very dynamic, has a lot of punch in the bass, really clean mids. I mean, the mids they're very clear. Everything is quite detailed, and the treble is also nice and sparkly and extended. It doesn't necessarily excel in any one region, although I do find the bass very enjoyable, especially for electronic music. Soundstage is more of a dome shape over the head. It's not super wide. It's a little more intimate, but not too intimate. There's still really nice separation there and really nice room for things to breathe in the mix. These are open back, of course, so you are going to get better staging than on a closed back. But yeah, the soundstage I wouldn't say is going to blow anyone away, but it's very good. Very nice depth. Imaging is great. Separation is great. It's just really good all the way around. Now, does it excel at any one thing? I mean, it just excels at being an all-rounder, if that makes any sense. It's not, it's not the bassiest headphone. It's not the most detailed headphone. But what you're getting is just a really fun head bobbing type headphone you're gonna be engaged, you're gonna be into the music, you're gonna be tapping your toes, you're gonna be having fun, okay? And I mean, we gotta talk about the looks. I mean, I think these things have a very just classic look to them. Very utilitarian, no nonsense, but quite pleasant. And they feel great. There's lots of padding here on the headband, as you can see. Lots of breathable materials. These suede pads are nice and soft. It just springs right off the finger. I mean, plush is an understatement, I would say. If I could make a bed out of Focal pads, I would sleep in it. The clamp force is not too bad, though. There is some clamp to these, so if you're particularly sensitive to a clampy headphone, you don't like the way that feels, that could be an issue. I guess the one thing I would say is sometimes on the head, if you turn your head a little bit too much, they do get a little bit squeaky and creaky. Not too bad though. I think as long as you're not jamming out too hard on your tunes, you're gonna be all right if you just kind of move your head up and down like, I don't know, like a normal person. The clamp force is not too bad though. There is some clamp to these. So if you're particularly sensitive to a clampy headphone, you don't like the way that feels, you know, that could be an issue. And of course the cups do have the spring mechanism in there that just pop them right back in so that they're nice and tight around the tops of your ears. I would say if you call this headphone the way it looks, if you had to say something about it, I would say it's quite handsome. Very handsome indeed. A little bit like this guy, if I say so myself. And of course we do have the Focal clear cable here. I'm using the XLR version. They are detachable, 3.5 millimeter jacks here. Now the one complaint that I do have about these particular headphones is, if you can see, the jack is way down in there. So a lot of your third-party aftermarket cables, like I've got here my Silver Dragon, some of these are not going to work. The Silver Dragon almost goes in there, but it doesn't quite make the connection, which is unfortunate because I really like that cable. And even my, let's see, what is this? This is Arctic cables. These guys, yeah, those aren't going to go in there. It's just too much girth. The only other cable that I found that will actually work is the this Meze cable that I have here, and that's because these are so skinny. You know, it just goes right in, just slides right in. But yeah, third-party cables, it's going to be pretty hit or miss with these. But actually, I don't really have a lot of complaints with the Focal cable. It's quite nicely built. It's very sturdy. Looks nice too. I mean, it fits the aesthetic of the whole production here. Let's just stick this guy in here like that. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. These are really great, and you know, they sound awesome. So that's pretty much why I picked them to be the first, I guess, headphone that I'm gonna rank, because it's just a good all-rounder headphone that does very little poorly. Also doesn't, you know, excel in anything greatly, and that's why that's my first pick, because it kind of represents like just a good ass headphone. If you want what represents like higher end, like I'm getting serious about audio, you can't really go wrong. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a lot of people who just hate this headphone, unless they just, you know, maybe they have bad taste or they just don't enjoy fun. I would say that on tubes, normally dynamic driver headphones sound really great on tubes. I think that tubes might be not the best for this one, believe it or not, because I found that it kind of makes the bass just a little bit too boomy for my tastes. It kind of loses that like cleaner punch. I actually prefer, this is one of the few dynamic driver headphones that I prefer on a solid state amp. But you know, that's just me. Your mileage may vary on all that. Yeah, so how about we get on to ranking this bad boy right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up the list here. This is the first headphone I'm ranking, so there isn't really anything else to compare it to. So guess what? The Focal Clear, let's go ahead and put it on there, is our number one. Not the Clean, the Focal Clear. They should make a Focal Clean someday. Let's give it a little crown, because the Focal Clear is our number one headphone. It is the king of headphones. Congratulations, king of headphones, Focal Clear. We're going to do another one of these. I'm going to grab another random pair of headphones and we're going to rank it. I'm going to be ranking one new headphone about every 2 weeks, Now I'm going to limit it to full-sized wired headphones. I'm not going to be doing IEMs. I'm not going to be doing Bluetooth headphones, although Focal does have a very nice Bluetooth headphone out that I would love to try. But we're not going to be ranking it. So I'm going to keep it strictly to full-size headphones, but go ahead and like this video and subscribe to it, because we're in this for the long haul. We're going to be ranking lots of headphones, and we're going to find out who is the king of headphones, right? Let's find out. Let's do it together. All right. See you guys later.